Today is Chavav Menachemov Tavshin Pei 2025. It's the Yahrtzeit, the 46th Yahrtzeit of the Satmar Rebbe, Rabbi Teitelbaum. Now you're probably wondering, what am I talking about Rabbi Teitelbaum? I'm a Lubavitcher Chassid of the Rebbe, of the Rabbeim. What am I talking about Rabbi Teitelbaum? So I was in shul and thinking about it today, and it dawned on me that we have to be thankful to Rabbi Teitelbaum, to the Satmar Rebbe, the Satmar Rebbe, for what he brought to America when he came in 1947, I believe. He brought the pride of Hungarian Judaism in the most Hasidic way to the streets of Brooklyn, Williamsburg. Now, today, so many years later, almost 80 years later, what am I talking about? Everyone dresses this way and walks this way and does what he wants. My dear friends, it wasn't this way. My late mother-in-law, of blessed memory, passed away a little more than a month ago, told me that she was walking the street in Williamsburg at some point in the 50s, and she didn't know who the Satmar Rebbe is, but she saw a person dressed with his fur coat and with the silver cane and the regality of the Satmar Rebbe, and he had a gabbai under him. I think it was Rabbi Yosef Ashkenazi, and he went to her like this to motion that she should go out of the way. So she didn't know, at the time, and it felt a little awkward to her. Later, she found out that was the Satmar Rebbe. The chutzpah that he brought to American streets, to walk around like you walked around in Europe, and how he got Hungarian Balabatim who were beardless, okay, and much more. He got them to stop wearing beards and to put on the streimel and to put on the hat up and to put on the levush, the special thing that they wear, and to do it in the street and to be public about it. And I was thinking about it. How different is that than when the Rebbe's called to go out and with the Mivtzoyim and the tanks against assimilation in the 70s, which not the Satmar Rebbe, some of the Satmar Hasidim were against at the time, and I've written about this at length as part of my book called Satmar and Lubavitch. And if you haven't read it, do yourself a favor and read it. You'll thank me. But anyway, I was thinking about it. 20 years before 75, the 70s, when the Rebbe came out with his call for outreach and going out with the mitzvah tanks in Manhattan and in Brooklyn, the Satmar Rebbe himself walked around that way in the streets and wasn't embarrassed or ashamed. So in a sense, the Rebbe's call was going, not taking it from the Satmar Rebbe, but he had someone that he can rely on as well. But that's another discussion, because I'm sure the Satmar Hasidim have a different view of that. But that's not the point here. The point is that this was a very, very big tzaddik, and today the chesed, the kindness, that the Satmar Hasidim do to everyone, not just to their own, but to everyone, is tremendous. And Baruch Hashem that we've passed those difficult years of the 60s and 70s and the 80s, and it's a new period. It's really a Mashiach period, and in which there's more Avas Yisrael, there's more love of each other, more Hasidim are appreciating each other in different ways. More Satmar Hasidim are learning Hasidus Chabad, more Chabad Hasidim are supporting different aspects of Satmar Chesed outreach, etc. And we have to remember on such a day that Rabbeinu Yoel, as they call him, the Satmar Rebbe, the tzaddik, Rabbeinu Yoel, he was a very, very great tzaddik. He really was. Whether I, or we agree with every one of his shittas, no. Who expects everyone to agree with every one of his shittas, or for Satmar Hasidim, and he to agree with every one of the Rebbe's shittas, the Chabad shittas? But if we could live together and work together and be tolerant of each other and learn from each other and develop close ties, stronger ties. We have a neighbor here on Borough Park who says that they're very staunch Satmar. She says to my wife, Satmar and Lubavitch have another thing in common. They both are Yarigval Yavar for their Rebbe. It's only their Rebbe. They don't go, visiting and to other Rebbes. Although today it's become popular for many to run to other Kvarim and things like that, but we won't discuss that right now. It needs a discussion, but not right now. Or traveling the world to Kvarim and all that. But in Shita, in ideology, the Satmar Shita is our Rebbe and that's it. And Lubavitch the same way. Again, with different nuances. So, the Neshama of Rabbi Yoel Teitelbaum should have an aliyah on this holy day of Chof Vav Menachem, and we should. I'm not saying this to placate anyone. I'm not saying this to feel good, be a goody-goody. I'm saying this because I believe it and I see it. I lived through the 70s, 60s and 70s and 80s. I know what took place firsthand, and I wrote about it in a respectful way. It's over. Rabbi say it's finished. Focus now on the commonality, things that we have together. And may Hashem help that in the schus of these things will be zeicher to be as Mashiach Tzidkenu, and we'll have Geula Shlema, true Geula, and we'll be zeicher to live in Shalom v'Shalva, Kol Yisrael, all Yidden, religious, not yet religious, Zionists, not Zionists, and again, we could talk about that another time, long discussions. What was the Shita of the Satmar Rebbe on anti-Zionism and the Rebbe Shita with Zionists? It's not for now. For now, we have to go. It's a special day, so everyone should do something for the Neshama of Rabbi Yoel of Satmar, and we'll be zeicher to Geula Shlema b'korav Mamas. Thank you.